Hey everybody, it's John back again. And holy crap, after two and some odd years, the Thundercats from Super7 have made it from China through the pandemic and onto the shores, and finally into our homes. And I'm going to open up the one I'm most excited about that showed up. Of course, it's MUMM-RA the Ever-Living. And this box is huge. It's like the size of two of the regular boxes. It's got the Thundercats little logo printed on the front. It says MUMM-RA the Ever-Living. Super7 down there in the corner. And ages to 14 plus. I think I'm going to have to just lift this up for a second, because it is gigantic. And then we'll slide the actual box back in. Ooh, very glary. And here is the very ultra shiny Thundercats box. So you have the MUMM-RA's logo, the Thundercats logo, MUMM-RA the Ever-Living on there, the slip cover covering up. Big cool Thundercats in the back. And if we do the reveal, holy cow, he is big. Oh, MUMM-RA looks awesome. He looks fantastic. So much glare from the one light. Yeah, wow, the cape. I see the sword of Pandar. The head sculpt looks beautiful. His arms look a little crazy in the position that they're in right now, but I'm sure that'll be okay when he's out. And that is you, MUMM-RA. Wow. That is very neat. Okay, let's take a look at the back. We got a giant image of MUMM-RA. There, I'll just do that. It says MUMM-RA is the Thundercats' evil adversary, mummified and otherwise weak. He's energized and made immortal. As a servant of the spirits of evil, who'll grant him magical and transformative powers to carry out their wicked bidding. So yeah, if you ever watch the cartoon, you know, the ancient spirits of evil thing will come to your mind as soon as you see MUMM-RA. If you haven't watched the cartoon, I still think it's fun. It's a little cheesy. I mean, it's for kids, and it was made to sell toys, but it's entertaining nonetheless, and the villains are fantastic, especially MUMM-RA. So that's about it for the rant here. Let me get it open, and we'll take a closer look at this awesome thing. Okay, we have MUMM-RA out of his package. I put his cape on already because I figured that would be a little bit clunky to do. I can talk about that in a minute. Before we do, let's take a look at some of the extra bits, like his alternate head, so we can see some detail on what they did here. You've got great teeth, his mouth open, his red eyes, some nice sculpting of facial tissues above his eyes, his cool helmet with the snakes coming out, and that bit that covers his nose, the pieces of tattered cloth coming off everywhere, and the little gold touches on this. So this is his alternate head. You can have him screaming, which he did quite often in the show. I think it looks fantastic. A little black, little addition of black there is a nice touch. So that's a cool piece. I'm completely forgetting what this thing is. It's probably some kind of weapon that he used in the cartoon that I don't remember at this point in time. He comes with some extra hands, which I think I'm going to have to change out, because I'm probably going to put his sword in his hand. We got a couple of open hands, a couple closed hands, and yeah, he's pretty accessorized. Of course, you got the awesome MUMM-RA that does have a very little bit of articulation. Look at that puppet dog's face. You got your teeth from his mouth. His eyes are there, his ears, his dog collar. You can rotate his head a little bit. No jaw articulation. He does have some back and forth on both of his legs and his little stumpy tail. So you've got your MUMM-RA ready to go, or your MUMM-MUT to be your little assistant. They even painted his little toenails black. What a cool little guy. After him, we've got the ridiculously gigantic sword of Pandar. Mine's got a little schmutz on this side. It feels like there's some kind of glue, but on this side it's okay. Oh, there's a little tiny bit there. Or maybe it's supposed to be some kind of gloss. But it is huge. It goes outside of his screen. So if I'm going to put this in his hand, I want to put it in, let's say, his right hand. Let me grab this one. See if the, ooh, those fingernails are pointy and it's hard to get them to flex open. Okay, I think we got it. Slide this, nope. Ow, pointy fingernails are hard to deal with. Come on, take your weapon in your hand. Come on, fingers. There we go. Thumb down. There, so he's holding on to it. And the way that the cape is attached, it goes onto the joints here. So if I pull this hand out, you can see that it comes off. And you just stick the post back in through the cape. Maybe if I can do this on camera and post it back into his wrist hole. Put a little extra force onto there just to move it in all the way, and he's holding his weapon. Ouch. Okay, let's take a closer look at the actual figure himself. MUMM-RA is pretty amazing. I'm kind of gushing over this guy a little bit. I'm surprised it was such a long wait for this guy. And for him to turn out as good as he did, it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty cool. So let's get a little bit closer look here. Come on, focus in. So here is his kind of natural sitting face, where you have his teeth and a very interesting little side kind of curl of his lip. Again, same detail as the other one with the eyes, the tattered pieces of cloth, the gold piece, the snakes that even have their pupils kind of point is neat. You got the, I guess, Pandar kind of logo on there. You've got your cape. All the little mummy wrappings are neat and they move, which is really cool how they pulled that off. He's got his little tunic kind of thing, his boots, and his strangely furry feet that he had. He's got his gold little bracelet there. On the back you have pretty much the same thing. He's a very neat color of blue. His feet seem to be a little bit different color blue. I don't know if that comes up or not. He has his weapon. And of course they gave him this cool articulated cape, which has a wire going in so you can change the way that it folds around his body if you wish, which is pretty neat. So let's do a quick articulation look at this guy. You got your standard Masters of the Universe Classics body mold. So you got some head rotation. Your arms go around all the way, but with the cape on that will not happen. They can go out to the side. Feels like it has a bit of a blockage. He does have a rotation. He's a big guy. Rotation here at the forearm. And a single elbow bend at the, and a rotation there. He's got a rotation at his wrist and a bend. He does have an ab crunch, which does actually crunch down a little bit, which is much better. No back, well, just a hair. Better than the Conan figure that I had. His crunch hardly did anything. Still, it's a very shallow crunch, but it does give you something. He's got a rotation at his waist. His legs go out pretty far. This is flexible, so it moves out of your way. They go forward, they go back, they have a rotation at the thigh, single jointed knee with a rotation there as well, and he has a hinge on his feet, no rotation, but there is some rockers there. So he is very posable, and he's got quite the gap between his big toe and his little toe, but it's kind of neat. Now for a size comparison on how big this boy is, here is their standard Lion-O, and MUMM-RA is, get your sword out of the way, more than a head taller than Lionel here, which is pretty cool. Back to back, you can really see. And Lionel just MUMM-RA just kind of towers over Lionel, which you should. He's a big boy. He's a big figure. He'll look pretty cool on your shelf, displayed however you want. So this bad boy is from Super7. Like I said, it was a pre-order from like 2.5 years ago at this point. I don't know if Big Bad Toy Store is going to have any. He's definitely fantastic. Mine has a few little paint blurbs on it. I'd give it about a 9 out of 10, just because the articulation's getting a little old, and the paint splotches is a little unfortunate, but this is quite the guy, and MUMM-RA is awesome. Very cool figure. Good job, Super7. This one makes me excited for everything else that we could get. Thundercat-ish. Hopefully we get some Lunatics. They still have not shown a single Lunatic. Maybe it's not something they were actually ever thinking about doing. Maybe they're just going to do the core figures and the toys. But man, I want some Lunatics. Maybe a Willow. And just about anything from that storyline. Like I said, it's a cheesy cartoon, but the characters and the storytelling were pretty deep when you get into it. I did get the rest of this wave, I think, has come in. I know Linkso did. I think Monkey's here. I haven't got any of Wave 3 yet. That's on its way, hopefully. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I'm almost at the 700 subscriber mark, so please, I know it's hard for me to put videos up right now. Like today, I'm missing out on something to be able to shoot some videos that I have to make up for, but I want to keep going. It's fun, so please like and subscribe, and give me some comments. Are you collecting the Thundercats? Have you picked up MUMM-RA? If you did, what do you think of this extra large, big bad boy? I think they did a good job with him. The cape's got a little roughness to it, but it should, being he's an old mummy dude. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye. Hi, I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video, and if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that'll be over here, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.